messages nonstop from people saying, what do I do? Friends, I'm telling you, now is not the time to buckle. Now is not the time to cave. Now is the time to say, you know what? On this hill, I'm going to die. On this hill right here, I'm not going to give up my freedom. I refuse to bow to this system that Joe Biden is trying to put in place where they can track us and keep us from buying or selling anything unless we've taken the jab. That's what we all need to do. Because it's not, you think he's just going to stop? You think Joe's just going to, if we just say, okay, we're going to go along with it, we're going to have to just do it because they're mandating it. You think it's going to stop there? Look at Australia. Tracking and tracing. They want to track your every movement in Australia, which is bought and paid for by China. Look it up. They want to track and trace your every movement to make sure they know what's going on with every single person. Friends, this is unconstitutional. This is against the very foundation and fabric of who we are as Americans. American lives matter. Guess what? Our lives, I firmly believe our lives do not matter one iota. Our individual liberties, Joe Biden said it today. He said it's not about your freedom or your decision to choose. He said it. It's not about your freedom. We have a president on paper right now that just told you, you don't get to choose. It's not about you and it's not about your freedom. And they're going to continue to push this fear-mongering. They're going to continue to push it everywhere just to see if you will comply. If we comply, friends, we will be Australia in a matter of months. If you're not awake to what is happening globally, there is a global reset. They've been talking about the Great Reset for months, for years. If you actually look up 2030, Agenda 2030, for years they've been talking about this. This is the prime example. Maybe it was a test to find out how much of our freedoms we would willingly give up. And so many, it is so insane to me how many Americans, how many elites. You got Jimmy Kimmel talking about people that haven't gotten the jab shouldn't be allowed to go into a hospital because they can infect other people. Are you kidding me? We have elites right now that are pitting Americans, and they're getting Americans that go to these shows, that listen to these people, and he's not the only one. The elites right now of Hollywood, the entertainment industry, the athletic industry, sports, and all these big juggernaut corporations. They are pushing a narrative right now in people's minds to believe it's okay if those of us that choose not to get the jab die. Are you kidding me? It's not what they went through in Germany. That's straight Hitler stuff, friends. That's what Hitler and the Nazis, that's what they did. They programmed the people to make them believe that it was better if these Jews were gone. They needed to be separated from them. It's the same evil, friends. It's the exact same evil that is working to divide our country right now, and that evil wants to take over this country, and we are the last great hope for the world. If the light goes out in the United States of America, so goes the rest of the world. So I'm asking you, I'm imploring you, I am challenging you. I know it's going to be hard for so many of you. You're like, if I don't have a job, how am I going to live? How am I going to feed my family? How am I going to provide for my kids? I can't give you that answer. All I can tell you is, if you comply right now, you better be willing to comply all the way to, call it the gas chamber, call it whatever you want, but you better be willing to comply all the way, because they will not stop taking every last bit of freedom you have until you are 100% a slave to the system, a slave to them, and when they have all the power, there's no future for the next generations. This right here, friends, what is happening right now is the hill that every single one of us need to be willing to stand up, do everything we can, ignite a passion in our family and our friends, unite together and make sure we say, you know what, I'm not doing it, I'm not complying, I'm not bowing to this system that is trying to track and trace everything I do, force me to inject myself with something that's experimental just so that I can feed my family. We can't do it, friends. We absolutely cannot do it. We've got to hold on. I still believe. I believe I'm so good that I'm so glad that I have faith in God. Because without faith in God and believing that he's got a plan, I don't know what people would do right now. I really don't. I don't know what people would do that have their eyes open to see this massive push globally to turn us all just into numbers, turn us all into mice, turn us all into slaves, part of their system. I don't know what a person would do. I'm glad that I have faith, and I know so many of you out there do as well. We've got to keep our faith up, our hope up. We've got to unite together. We've got to believe that even this, we've got to believe and pray that even this, God will turn it around for our country's good. It reminds me of the promise. The Bible is a book of promises. This is biblical stuff here. I told you. Written about thousands of years ago. Thousands of years ago. Think of this. It was written that in the last days, you wouldn't be able to buy or sell anything without some certain mark. Where in the world would you? We've never been in a place like this before. We've never been in a place, in a moment in history like this before, where the entire world, it seems, is pushing us all to where you can't do anything. Buy, sell, shop, go to the bank. Governor of Nigeria said you can't even go to the bank unless you've gotten it. I'm not saying the jab is the mark. All I'm saying is it is leading us to that system. So you got to pray. You got to unite. You got to make sure that you wake up as many people as possible to understand what is taking place right now. And you've got to be willing to say no. I'm going to believe that God will open up a door. I'm going to believe that people will start to bind together, start to work together. We'll have to work together to make sure that people are fed, to make sure that people are getting their bills paid. Something will happen. I'll help lead that myself to make sure that we connect enough people that say, you know what, I'm refusing this, and I'm putting my life and my family on the line. We'll all come together to make sure that people make it through it. But right now, friends, I'm imploring you, do not bow to this king-type statue, this Baal, if you will. Do not bow to this mandate that this evil man Biden is trying to put on all of us. Because if we do, it will not stop. It absolutely will not stop. So I'm furious, but I'm hopeful that enough people out there are going to say, you know what? I can't do it. I got to have faith that something good's going to happen, something good's going to come. And then communicate with other like-minded friends, family, communicate, get in groups, talk to people that believe like you, that are passionate about your own individual liberties. And just know that something good will come. I absolutely believe that something good will come. I shared earlier, I was on a conference call with Donald Trump, and I'll be interviewing him in a few weeks. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be an absolute amazing thing. One thing I can tell you for certain is he is not for these mandates. He is for our individual liberties. Hopefully this is waking up the people that did vote for Biden. I don't believe he got the 81 million votes that they're trying to say that he did. But let me please also say something that I think the enemy is already trying to do. There is an enemy that seeks to work to divide us. Divide us from our friends, divide us from our family, divide us as neighbors. And he wins if we do that. If you have friends or family that are waking up and saying, this is just total crazy, this is bat crap crazy. This is bat crap crazy. I did not vote for this. Don't harp on them. Don't throw it in their face. We need as many people on our side, the right side of history right now as possible. We need to welcome them in. Then we need to wake them up, educate them, answer their questions, and make sure that they know, what we're fighting for. We need as many people banded together as possible right now. So please share this if you haven't already. Hopefully one of your family members or friends will see this and say, yeah, this isn't right. To have Americans pitted against other Americans just because they chose for a virus that people have over a 98% survival rate for. Are you kidding me? It's not right. What these elites are saying, what these guys in Hollywood are saying, what these actors, what these professional sports people are saying, the ones that are out there promoting, mandating the jab, you got to know, they don't care about us. We're peasants to them. So please share this. Hopefully this wakes up as many of your family or friends as possible. And stay tuned. This is only on Facebook right now. I'll post this on YouTube, and then I'll get it on my podcast as well. But make sure you're subscribed to the David J. Harris Jr. podcast and subscribe to my Rumble channel. If something happens to me here on Facebook, you can find me at Rumble/David. Follow me there. Stay close, stay tuned, and stay prayed up, guys. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.